Hello, how are you? I have a little story I'd like to tell you. A true story straight out of my home village in Africa. This may take a while. So, if I were you, I'd kick back and relax. I call this Whispers of the Savannah. I was born Amadanyoga in a small village nestled between the lush green hills of Tanzania, where tradition is the pulse that beats through every heart and life is shaped by the whispers of the elders. I was always known as the quiet one, with a heart that beat fiercely for the simple joys. Dancing in the rain, helping mama in her shop, and dreaming beneath the wide, starlit sky. I was raised to be gentle, to offer love in every word, and to find happiness in small things. But life, as it often does, had different plans for me. My parents arranged a marriage for me with Baraka Mwangi, the eldest son of a prosperous family. Baraka was a man of reputation, a provider, a man of strength and respect. Yet, there was a roughness to him, an unfeeling nature masked by his kindness. He was a man of few words, a man who believed in duty above all else. From the moment I met Baraka, I could feel his gaze, sharp and piercing. He was kind, in his own way, but his kindness felt like an obligation rather than a choice. He would bring me gifts. Flowers plucked from the garden, sweets from the market. But there was no warmth in his touch, no gentleness in his words. His hands were calloused, his smile rare and fleeting. My life with Baraka was one of routine and expectation. I tried to be the dutiful wife, to find comfort in the familiarity of our shared home. But my heart felt like a bird trapped in a cage, yearning for something more. Something it didn't yet understand. It was then that I met Faraji, Baraka's younger brother. Faraji was everything Baraka was not. He was the light to Baraka's shadow, a man with a gentle soul and a heart full of laughter. Faraji's presence was like the sun breaking through the clouds after a storm. He was always there, ready with a kind word or a soft smile, his eyes full of understanding and compassion. One day, during a village festival, under the cover of the dark Tanzanian night, Faraji and I found ourselves alone, away from the prying eyes of the villagers. It was in that moment that I felt his hand brush against mine. I looked into his eyes, and there, I saw a reflection of my own soul. A yearning, a desire that neither of us could deny any longer. One day, during a village festival, under the cover of the dark Tanzanian night, Faraji and I found ourselves alone, away from the prying eyes of the villagers. It was in that moment that I felt his hand brush against mine. I looked into his eyes, and there, I saw a reflection of my own soul. A yearning, a desire that neither of us could deny any longer. Our affair began in secret, with whispered words in the moonlight and stolen touches beneath the shadows of the acacia trees. Faraji was so different from Baraka. His touch was tender, his words were sweet, and he made me feel like I was the most beautiful woman in the world. I was caught in a whirlwind, torn between my duty as Baraka's wife and the undeniable love I felt for Faraji, but in a village bound by tradition, such love was forbidden. Our cultural beliefs dictated that a woman's duty was to her husband, to bear his children, and to honor his family. A love like ours was seen as a betrayal, a sin that could bring shame to our families. The weight of these beliefs pressed down on me like a heavy stone. Then, I discovered I was with child. My heart raced with fear and excitement. I could feel the village whispering behind closed doors, the eyes of the elders watching my every move. I had no idea who the father was. Was it Baraka, my husband, or Faraji, my forbidden love? Baraka, rough as he was,